Welcome back to another STEM with Miss Dubois video. Today we're talking about how to use sketch patterns in Fusion. That's me, Miss Dubois, so let's begin. So let's go over how to make a sketch pattern in Fusion. So to do that, you go to Create Sketch, and you can click any of the planes you want. It works the same in all of them. So I'm going to click that one, and now I'm going to just click a random shape. Let's do 2-point rectangle and 0.5. Let's do 1 by 1. Simple. Now, it does not matter what shape you use or what feature of this area you use. It will work with the patterns. Because basically what this does is it makes a sketch pattern for that sketch tool. Okay? And you'll see this. So, now there are two actually types of patterns. There's a circular pattern and there's a rectangular pattern. Let's do rectangular pattern first because a rectangular pattern puts things in rows and columns. So let's do that. I'm going to click down on this and I'm going to drag it so I have everything ready or just easily accessible. And then I'm going to basically space it out. And now one thing that this will do is that it will basically make everything of equal distance from each other. So yeah, and Fusion also gives you tips. So cool. This will also give you the total distance of the pattern. So 2.5 inches, it will make sure everything's equal within those 2.5 inches, but make sure it doesn't go beyond that, or 2.6. And you see everything's equally spaced out apart. So that's it going one way. I click OK. You can also have this going a different way. You click onto the thing, you click rectangular pattern, you drag your mouse by clicking a space bar to it, over it, and you can drag it out where it looks like that. The more space there is, the more space there will be in between them, because that's the maximum. This is the maximum distance from this area to this area that it'll have. But it'll also keep everything equal because it's a pattern and patterns are supposed to be consistent. And that's really how you make a sketch pattern. You can do rectangular patterns with any shape. It doesn't have to be squares or anything like that. You can do them with circles. So let's see that. Let's make a center diameter circle. Let's do 1 inch. And let's do rectangular pattern again. I'm going to click it. I click the line. And I have a line. And I'm also going to go up. And I just made a 3x3. Like with circles and stuff. So it's really that simple. If you don't want to do 3, you can click edit this feature. And you can do 2. And you can do 2. So press enter. It makes it 2 now. Whoa. So just mess around with this and yeah. But you can also do this with lines, right? So let's just say you want, for some reason, a line going that way. You press enter. You click rectangular pattern. You have your lines. I can see a couple of reasons why you would do this, but I haven't used this feature for this yet because I just haven't yet. You can also have these going down, but honestly, since these are straight lines, it will just make the line longer. So you don't have to do that. And click OK, and now you have lines. Press enter, or nope, you can't, but yeah. So it's just stuff like that. Now that's also rectangular patterns. Let's move a little bit away, and let's create circular patterns. So I'm going to create a circle. I'm going to do 2 inches. I'm going to press enter. I'm also going to make a point. The reason why I'm making a point is because I want, or the tool actually requires a point to be made. So go to create. You click circular pattern. You click this line. You click the center point. That's why I have that point. And you can do as many as you want or as many that will fit. And Fusion will kind of tell you when they stop fitting. So I'm going to keep going up, 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 up. And look, so Fusion's not putting a limit on the circles. It will put a limit on some of the other polygons though. And that's kind of something you have to mess around and find out for. Unless you are okay with them overlapping. It looks like 10 is the magic number for this one. And you have a circular pattern. You can also do partial. And you can do less than 10. And yeah, so it ultimately just depends on kind of what you want and what you care about. You can also change the angle to 10 degrees. Whoa. You can make the angle 90 degrees. Not 900, 90 degrees. And it's going to keep that in a circular pattern where eventually if it becomes a full thing, it will turn into a full circle. And you can do that, the same thing with other shapes. It does not have to be circles or arcs or anything like that. You can do it with squares or rectangles and stuff. So let's just do this. Let's just do a 1 by 2 or 3 by 2. Let's do a circular pattern. I'm dragged and clicked it. Oh, I forgot my center point. Hold on. Give me a second to get my center point. I go to point. And I'm going to put my center point right here. There's no rhyme or reason why I did it. I just did it. Now I'm going to click circular pattern. I'm going to click that. I'm going to click point. And now I want to add more. And see how it actually does limit me. Or no, it doesn't. You just have to click it. But one time I did it and it did limit me. But I don't know why. Maybe it is with polygons. I don't know. You have to mess around and find out though. Essentially though, this is how you do it. You click the distribution, which is how around that you want to go. Suppression, I don't know what that does, but it will tell you. And yeah, you click OK. Voila, you have a circular pattern of rectangles. And that's ultimately how you use the tool. This type of stuff is useful for just saving you time, essentially. This is a tool that is meant to save you time when you're building stuff that requires like 6 different holes of different sizes or requires different like legs and stuff. Like you can make, if you're building like a chair or something, you can basically create sketches of how you want your peg legs or pegs or whatever goes on a chair, the chair legs, to go there. So essentially this just helps you save time and it makes Fusion a little bit more efficient. That was how to use the sketch patterns in Fusion, specifically the circular and rectangular patterns. Now I'm going to go encourage you to mess around and create something in Fusion with these tools. Good luck! And that was the video on how to use sketch patterns in Fusion. I'm STEM with Miss Dubois. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great life. Bye!